Well, hello, I'm Professor Darren Reynolds, and I work in the field of health and environment. So what does that mean? I often ask myself that question. Well, it's about understanding the world around us, the sort of systems that drive the planet, make the planet work, and also in particular focusing on the interaction between humans and living things within that system. Okay, so we focus on two main areas within the department in the environmental field. One is environmental science, and that's driven very much by the physical and chemical and biological systems that enable the planet to work as it does. We live on a really unique, special planet. As far as we know, the only planet that sustains life, certainly in our galaxy, but potentially in the universe. So we're interested in those things. We're also interested in studying conservation. So we run a program called Conservation Science, and that's really about managing the life that we have on this wonderful planet and how best to preserve all of that life. So we work in many different areas actually, and environmental science in particular is very interdisciplinary. So you need to understand a little bit about biology, a little bit about environmental chemistry or physical systems. So that breadth, if you like, really makes for exciting projects. So some of the projects we're running at the moment, which are available to both postgraduate PhD students and undergraduate students, include monitoring and measuring of environmental contaminants or pollutants, water treatment, so providing access or the ability to produce clean drinking water, searching for novel natural products that are perhaps capable of replacing antibiotics, because we're running out of antibiotics. Projects also concerning the production of food and preventing waste minimisation, so managing food waste. And an example of one of those particular projects is we're looking to extend the shelf life of cherry tomatoes by 1 day. And you might think, well, why on earth would we want to do that? Well, if you can do that, you can profoundly change the way that we distribute food. And that can make a real impact globally. So one small thing like that. And just to kind of contextualize that a little bit, so up to 40% of all the food we produce on Earth, we produce 4 billion tons of food every year on Earth. As much as 40% of that never reaches a human tummy. So why is that? Well, some of that food is wasted. Some of that food is subject to disease, so crop disease. Some of that food is just spoiled in transport or sits rotting in supermarkets. So we're really interested in addressing some of those really broad, fundamental concepts. And all of the projects we do have external partners. So I would say 80% of all the research projects that I'm involved in are really with a small, medium enterprise within the UK, sometimes abroad. And our students, whether you're undergraduate or postgraduate, get the opportunity to plug into those projects as they are running. So that's a very exciting thing, I think, for students to do. It's pretty good. It's great. I have a fantastic job. I have lots of freedom. I'm really interested in my job. So, working here gives me a lot of satisfaction. It's a very dynamic space. So a lot of my colleagues work in very different fields, and that's really interesting and provides a lot of energy. And of course, we have lots of students. And I think one of the main reasons why you enter a job like the job I have is because you really want to engage with students, share knowledge, exchange knowledge, and inform people about some of the great things that science is doing.